Okay, I am back now for my second video of this Jacksonville Cemetery hike. There was a whole bunch of stuff I didn't cover in that first video because of the phone call, but I'm really glad that I heard from my friend JR after a week of not knowing what's going on with him. He's been out of the camera area, excuse me, out of the phone area, and hasn't got any of his oh, excuse me. He's been out of the phone area and hasn't got any of his messages, but he's doing okay. Gonna meet tomorrow up at the morning service for our usual Tuesday morning up there. Well, what I didn't cover back down the trail here, this is where I came from. Just the way that this was all very densely wooded area, very much like the Bigfoot trap was, but it's been very thinned out now, and there's actually some of the woodland trails going through that way. We'll see a fork here that will lead down that way, but this is the reason that I wanted to come up here today and go behind the cemetery, which was a greatly deeply forested area back there. Back in the 70s, this was a playground for us kids living here in Jacksonville. We had trails back here, we had forts, and it was just a very fun place, but it's all changed now. And when I was up here last week, here's the end of the cemetery. This is a fence, a corner. There's a trail that goes that way, which is pretty new. Woodland trail. And then this is still the road that was originally here. And what you see back here is a fence. And let's just continue walking the road. I was very shocked to find this last week. To discover that there's a house built just on the other side here of the cemetery, which used to be our playground. This was a heavily wooded area, and as you can see now, there's a house back there. I'm very shocked to see that. Let's continue on. This is, of course, the cemetery. What I was showing last week was this big cement end piece that had the cross, still has the cross on top. I guess that's the original cross. And I was talking about somebody that had crawled behind here and committed suicide back in the 70s. This is a big cement block. Anyway, we're no longer on cemetery property now. And there's somebody's great big house. I'm sad to see that. This was a really wonderful, deeply forested place that we used to play in, and now it's all changed. So I'm very curious. The original trail is still here, but it changes because of the fence, but it looks like it's still a very populated trail. So I'm very curious. I want to walk back here and just keep going to see what I find. The original trail kept going straight ahead, and as you see now, it's a fenced-in area. The trail goes around it and then keeps on going. I don't know what I'm going to find, but I'm going to begin walking and just see. There should be about 110-acre area back here that was completely null and void of any kind of houses or structures back then. I'm just curious as to what I'll find, so we'll shut off for now and come back in a little while.